Alright guys, we in Jackson Heights today. Oh, I'm back. Yeah, so we in Jackson Heights today. Yeah, so just to clarify my last video, I'm coming out with a book. I'm also coming out with a merchandise called Basketball Wellness, you feel me? So with that right there is kind of lit because I'm gonna tell you the truth right here. When I'm in the game, bro, I ain't coming out the game. Right? You know, I make sure I come here prepared. I make sure I fix my clothes. Like you see, I just fixed my clothes. My belly doesn't look out of my clothes no more. So I just fix my clothes. Make sure I put myself together when I come out this area. You know? I tell these brothers here, don't mess with the game and don't mess with the player. When you come around this area, gotta dress the part. I ain't saying look the part, I said dress the part. You know what I'm saying? Fix your clothes, you feel me? Cause when you come in the area, you gotta look your press, you know? You know what I mean? So we out here. So we on 35th Ave. I haven't been around this area for a long time. I shot around this area like back in the wintertime, and I think it was snowing out here at the time when I shot over here. But now I'm back, so it's like I think I had to come back here to redo some shots, so it's kind of good that I'm coming back over here. We're gonna continue all the way down 75th, and I'm gonna walk straight down. Let's do this. Alright, we're gonna cross right here. And then I gotta cut down Northern actually. Yeah, so the 47, I gotta take that a little later. I gotta take the 10 o'clock bus. Getting off at the last stop, and I gotta transfer over to the 54. So I should be done like, yeah. So I'm coming out, like I said, I'm coming out with a basketball wellness brand. I'm coming out with a book. I'm also gonna be having an event. So it's kind of like lit because I learn about, creating my own thing. And just, do it big for myself. I try my best not to interact with people. And I just want to share this with you guys before we continue walking. A lot of men suffer with a lot of depression and a lot of anxiety, and they also like to curse. It's a guy that's big boned, strong boned guy. He came on the bus, he started cursing. I'm like punching the chair, you know? I said that he have testosterone problems because a lot of men that have testosterone issues and they like to punch the walls and shit like that. And I tell these men, you need to relax, get off those steroids, There's a lot of people that's on steroids. I used to take steroids too, and I had to come off of that shit. It's not good, you feel me? It pump you up and it make you stronger, but you can't you have to get off that drug, you know. I tell people that all the time. It's like that drug is not a good thing for you to have. You feel me? So I learned by fact that when I do these type of things, man, I gotta know when to I have to know when to change my life and get myself activated myself. You know, I know when I try to not get involved in people, not get into fights with people. It's like you argue with people and people like to, curse you out and some shit. But I tell people I just have to learn how to relax and get on back on the gateway drive. You feel me? That's what we trying to do. I ain't trying to stay on your mental health wise. I just feel like for a fact we all go through mental health problems that we don't know how to solve. And we don't know how to fix it. But sometimes when you fix these issues, it's like it come like to you from success, whatever. But success is always given by the key of life. You feel me? So it's like you trying to do certain things and you ain't getting it because your principles not adding up. Your success isn't adding up. You feel me? So I always tell people you always have to stay on your game. Cause it's not that easy when you go through certain shit. Not easy when you go through certain stuff and then you turn around, you look back and say, "Oh, I fucked up." Oh yeah, you did. But if you fucked up, it's on you. I can't change you. You feel me? You gotta change yourself. I used to be just like that person growing up where I used to get addicted to all those things. And sometimes you just have to. I turned over to Yahweh. I gave my life to Yahweh at rehab. I actually had to do rehab and shit. And it wasn't a good fit. You feel me? It was a good fit to go to rehab and shit for me to get to that bottom rhythm. You know me? So I had to learn how to. Yeah. Let me cross the street now because I have to do that right now. I have to learn when to let go of pain and gotta move on. That's how it is. Let me. For a fact, coming back to this era made me feel happy. I was telling Neffy before. My baby mother, her birthday's tomorrow actually, and I was telling her, like every time I come in this area to work, it's always a peaceful area. Some areas that you go to, it's kind of loud, it was kind of crowded, but this area right here is kind of peaceful for me. Just to let you guys know, I'll be back in 1 minute.